True crime, a terrible sight, world of YouTube. Ding dong here. Another episode of what happened to this person. Well, in this case, we know what happens. You can read the article when I put it up. He's a 67-year-old widower. Would visit his son in Montana, I believe. Unless that's where he was murdered, but he would go out to Montana, and he lived in Wisconsin. This is the story of Dexter Stefonek. If I'm saying that right. Story is he lost his wife 3 years prior or something, and he was like I said, visiting his son. His wife's anniversary was coming up, and I don't know, he must have had some kind of special ritual that he liked to do, maybe at home or in his house for his wife. So upon that date coming up, telling his son he had to leave. But of course his son wanted him, to stay. But he insisted that he had to get back to Wisconsin. So he left. On his way home, he stopped at a truck stop. Shit. And mind you, it was something in the mix of being called the dirty truck stop, or something dirty, or something in the night. And one would imagine that, what it would look like back in 1985. But it said, you can read it. I think that's what it said. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like I say, I'll put up the article. So he stopped at the truck stop because the guy wanted to get home so fast. Now this is the thing with people when they want to rush. He said he was gonna sleep. Back in the day, it wasn't uncommon for people to stop off the side of the highway or stop at truck stops and sleep. And unfortunately, this truck stop obviously didn't attract much people. You're on them back roads in the back in the day, and you're not many people traveling out that way. So he stopped, fell asleep. Probably by the next morning he was awoken by a guy talking about, I ran out of gas. And this was on Unsolved Mysteries 2. So there was a janitor that came in to do work that day, I believe it was, and noticed a truck, pickup truck. And I think I'm gonna put it in the it will be in the thumbnail pic for this video. But the truck, was sitting there, and the janitor didn't think nothing of it. Of course, this is why I wanted to do this type of video, because the guy was found later on dead at a dump, mind you. But this is why I like to say, if there's any suspicious looking thing, you take a damn friggin' license plate, you take a description of a vehicle. And if this janitor would have been thinking that, Because if you pull up on a vehicle that no one's around, right? You're at a rest stop. I think it was a rest stop. Maybe something like with a snack bar or something, right? Or whatever it was. But if you see a vehicle there, but then like the guy didn't see no one around. It's like, okay, how does a vehicle get there and there's nobody there using the bathroom, you know, even getting out somewhere or doing anything around there? It's just, you know, you sit there and think. And if I ever would see that, like the car I seen in Fort Devens, I still have the picture. And if I was to ever come up to an article that says, oh, body found at Silver Lake in Fort Devens, or Devens as they call it now, I have a picture of a car that was at a, you know, like a walking park. You can get out, walk around the lake, you can walk in the trails. And it was late at night. No one was in it. So, you know, for myself, I did take a picture of that car and the plate. You know, just because of this reason. You know, you never know what someone could be doing. And where that's a secluded place, whether or not the car broke down, ran out of gas, you always want to be prepared for something. You know, and if I don't ever hear a story of it, you know, next couple of years, I'll erase the picture. Simple as that. But for the janitor that found the white truck, and he gave the description. Come on, Ted, we're not sniffing. Come on. You know, right. This guy ended up being, you know, it wasn't a gas station that he was stopped at. Oh, yeah, it was like a rest stop. This guy said truck stop, but... So, anyways, the guy, you know, lured, you know, got in the other guy. Oh, my God. Lured him in his car. Say he's gonna go get gas. He did get gas, but he kidnapped him. Killed him, dropped him off at the dump, brought his car back to the stop to pick up his pickup. And, you know, left the car there and burnt it with the gas he bought. Now, maybe he did need a little gas, you know, in his truck, but probably also friggin', you know, burn the car too, right? So whatever he did, I'm thinking this guy was a friggin' serial killer. And right, looking for vulnerable people. And that's exactly what this is about. Because you know what? There's a lot of people back in the day, man. You know, I'm destined to get a video in on a 1973 murder. On a rest stop, mind you. Right on Route 2 in the Harvard area. It's in the, you know, the line, the town of Harvard, but it's on Route 2. And in that rest stop in 1973, a body was thrown there. And right, this is what these killers used to do back in the day. Go out late at night, you know, at a deserted time. And right, they dump the bodies. But this guy, once again, this guy was a broad daylighter, right? Killed this guy in broad daylight. He must have been a local, but he had to have been a serial killer. Because he knew where to dump a body and, you know, he probably did this on a normal basis. Picking up people at the rest stop, right? And that's why they closed a lot of these rest stops down. I mean, people used to go around there and have their little fun time, right? You know, what people do, probably even doing stupid drugs or whatever, but eventually, yeah, these friggin' rest stops got closed down, especially around my area. You see all the ingrown grass and, you know, gates blocking them and everything. So, I mean, yeah, back in the day, man, they were a stomping ground. But I'm going to throw up the picture of the truck in the thumbnail. So anybody in that area at that time. But you know what? Who knows? The thing probably like in the Maura Murray case. Truck hit the dump or the junkyard. But anyways, I thought I'd share this for this poor guy. Just wanted to get home, do his anniversary ritual with his wife, and ended up just, getting the shaft end of the stick. So we're going to give him a moment of silence. And this article is why I say, if you see something suspicious, whether it be a friggin', car set off in a distance somewhere that you've never seen in your normal place, strange people that, I say people just that, if it looks suspicious, take a picture of that or write it down. Take a description, whatever it takes. And this is one case, right, that had a witness, it had a vehicle. And that vehicle could have led, if that janitor or whatever, whoever was there, could have taken that plate number down. Because there was no one around the truck. Called the police, this guy's life would have been saved. Oh, well, maybe not, because he killed him. He took off with him and killed him. At least the person would have been caught. But anyways, that's the story for tonight. The next video, be safe, take care, always beware. Stories like this do happen. Out.